guys, welcome back. This is going to be a little bit of a prequel to my next video. I want to talk a little bit about reusing older canvases, repurposing an older canvas, especially a large one. So I'm prepping for a 30 by 40 canvas, which you see in front of me. I've already kind of primed it to kind of smooth it out a little bit. So with my chart here, the 30 by 40 canvas, you're going to need about 42 ounces, but that doesn't account for the edges because these edges are 1.5 inches. So I'm looking at probably 46 ounces of paint total. That's a lot of paint. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about the color scheme. As you've seen, those are all my blues. There's a more recent one over there. But I'm gonna go with reds and darker reds with a little bit of purple and some gold. So I know for sure I'm probably gonna be using this gold, which is Molten Metallics by Chroma. And that's gonna be sort of the highlight color throughout the red. And I'm gonna be using purple. Now I don't know if it's gonna be this purple. This is Folk Art Tanzanite. I did buy some Modern Masters, sort of like a lavender color, something lighter, but we'll see. And I also may be using this, but again, I bought some Modern Masters, Sachet Red, and I got one, I think it's like, like a deep berry. It's really dark, sort of purpley red. So this is the color. You can see it's garnet. It's this is a heavy body paint, and I've used it before. But I want to talk a little bit about canvases here. So, like I said, this is a repurposed canvas, and I've got it pretty much leveled. I will probably level it to double check it again before I actually do the pour. But something that has sort of plagued me over the years of repurposing used canvases, and sort of my conclusion is this. When you do a pour over an older canvas, especially one that's this large, when you look underneath it, it's got that support beam, but that's only for the wood. It does not support the canvas. So I've sprayed this again with water on the back to get the water into the canvas threads so it'll tighten up a little bit more. The other problem is when you think about your pouring and your tilting, where does the most of your paint end up when you finish tilting? Is it in the center? Is it on the side? Is it in that far corner? The reason I say that is that what I've learned is that if I tilted off a lot of paint here, and then I move the paint down here, the paint is thinner here, and there's more paint down here. Even if I dump some off, where does the paint settle? That's sort of the question. And where that settles, again, in my mind, there's a thicker layer of paint which can put more weight on the canvas. And what that means to me is that, say if it's in that spot right there, what that means to me is when I pour again, and who knows where my weight ends up, it may end up over here, but there's a possibility of the canvas being heavier, or weighted by that dried, thicker layer of paint, and it may cause my paints to move towards that and puddle. Now, I'll be honest with you, I've done some really great paintings, and the videos are up on YouTube, and confession here is that I didn't show the dried results because the canvas, it all moved because one section from the previous pour of a reused canvas had a lot of weight on it, and then the paint just moved all towards that and it pooled in that area. So what I usually do is I get my my level here. See if I can get a level. There we go. And I put it in different spots on the canvas. Like I'll put it down here and see where it lays. It's pretty much in between the two lines there. I put it in the middle. It's looking good in the middle. Putting it over here, same thing. It's pretty level. Then way over in this corner is pretty level too. This is looking pretty good actually. So my hope is when I pour my paints, which I'm going to do a dump and swirl, we will have a level canvas, and we'll have enough paint and things will turn out well. Okay guys, I'll see you in the next segment of this video, which will actually be in a couple days from now, and we will prep the canvas. I'll show you the paints and we'll start the painting. Okay, we'll catch you soon. Okay friends, here we are. I've mixed my paints and I'm gonna show you what we're gonna be using today. So first of all, that's Artist Loft Acrylic Flow Black. That's gonna be my dump paint. So that's sort of my standard paint for now. I'm gonna experiment soon with some other colors. But the red here, I mentioned yesterday, is Modern Masters, and it's Sachet Red. You can see it's very thin, just kind of going in. This color here looks brown, but it's called Black Cherry, and it's from Modern Masters. It's a beautiful, beautiful, rich, sort of plum color. It's really great. And then this is a combination of Chroma Gold, molten metals, I think I showed yesterday. And I added just a little bit of Artist Loft Copper. It just seemed way, way, way too yellow for me, so we'll see. It's sort of got the orange hue going on, but I think that'll work out okay. And then here at the bottom, we have, again, Modern Masters, and this is Lilac. But I did add just a touch of Artist Loft White, just to give it a little more, to lighten it up a little bit, give it more life. So these are the colors I'm going to use, and I am going to now prep my canvas, and then I'll get the video set up, and we'll get started. We'll see you in a couple minutes. Hey guys, I'm back. So first thing I want to say is that my lighting in my studio is not working for me. It's great for painting and it's great for mixing, but I can't get a good angle on this painting without the reflection from both windows. Maybe, you know, then if I turn the overhead light on, which I have, it also reflects, as you can see down here. That's going to be my next big project, is figuring out how to get better lighting. So I want to talk a little bit about this painting. I started off this video talking about like canvas and how to repurpose and to make sure that it's not weighted down and things won't pool. So I think I pretty much dodged that bullet. Things are looking good and looking pretty stable. The other thing too is I used about 56 ounces of paint. It called for like 46, I believe. I had 4 8-ounce cups that I pretty much filled up, and I poured those in the puddle. And then I had a 24-ounce cup of the black dump paint. And a couple videos back, I talked about how I mix those paints and how I measure according to the canvas. So I'm gonna move in so you can see some of the details, because it's hard to see from the angle standing up with all the glare. So there is a lot of detail. This is a painting that you have to see in person to appreciate. I love how the red is sort of just speckles all the way through, and then it just opens up into the red up at the top. Again, window, it's like window pane is a pain. So the blackberry is through here. You know, it's pretty dark. Part of the other thing I realized in doing this painting was that the paints are dark. Had a little bit of a gold, the gold and copper, kind of up along the edge and a little bit up through here and just sort of down here. So I lost some of that as well, which is fine because I still have a lot of purple and I have enough of the other color through here and up here that it looks great. So this is going to dry great, and when I varnish it, it's going to look even better because I think the metallics will shine through. So as you can see, what's different about this painting is I got a bunch of the small cells like the blue one right there. And I think it's because my black paint might have been too thick. I'm not 100% sure because I thought it was thin enough. I'm glad I have some of these bigger cells that pop through because it just adds some dimension and adds some interest. But I also haven't used Modern Masters paints before on a dump and swirl completely, so I don't know if it was the paint. But it's still celled up, as you saw, and I still think it's a kind of a cool painting. I just want to say another thing too. A lot of people ask me about dump and swirls and why do I keep doing dump and swirls. Well, I'm always amazed in doing them. I think the reaction of the paints is beautiful. And ever since I saw Melly D do them about 3 years ago, literally, I started 3 years ago, I just sort of always gravitate back to doing them. Now, I need to use a little bit more color and do things a little differently at times, but this is what I do, and I'm really happy and I really enjoy doing it, and I think it looks good. On this scale, which is a 30 by 40 canvas, I think it would look great on a wall. I have a great space that I may put it, and once it's dry, I will definitely take a picture and show you. And yeah, so I think that's about it for today. I gotta see how this dries, and hopefully I can do a painting probably Monday. I don't think I can get to one Sunday. I've got a busy day and I can't do one tomorrow because I don't have room in my studio. So guys, thanks for your patience and thanks for watching. And any questions, feel free to either ask me a question at dwightpours@yahoo.com or in the notes below. If you like this video or any of the other videos, please feel free to subscribe, share with a friend. It helps me out and I really appreciate it. And plus I like to interact with you guys. You guys are awesome and doing great work as well. Okay guys, listen, you have a great start to your weekend and we shall see you in a couple of days. Okay guys, take care.